So welcome to this edition of ABN Cast, recorded at MRO Europe in London. We are currently towards the very end of the show. It's the second day and it's afternoon. People are starting to drift away, but it has been a busy show and there's been a lot to talk about. And it's a great opportunity to catch up with some of the exhibitors, including our host today, Veryon. So thanks for inviting us onto the stand. We've got Robert Ross. Robert is the Enterprise Account Executive of Diagnostics at Veryon.
Very good.
Thank you, Robert. Thanks for joining us. Just give us a bit of an overview of before we get into what you're doing, some of the recent things you're doing. Give us a bit of an overview of what Veryon is, what you do, the services and that you offer to the aviation industry.
Yeah. So Veryon is a culmination of several companies. We've been in the business for 50 years. Products span from technical publications.
Yeah. Easy
tracking plus software for MRO and operators, and our diagnostic suite, which focuses more on the commercial sector.
Yeah.
Commercial operators with large fleets and OEMs.
Okay.
This week we released Veryon Air, which you see in the background here, and this is our rendition of our artificial intelligence that has been utilized across some of our products for the last 2 decades or so, and they are variation of NLP, machine learning, generative AI. It's something that's going to tie our entire product portfolio together. Mm-hmm. So it's something that we were really excited to release. It's been in the works for a few months now on how we wanted to brand it, how we wanted to position it in the market. And it's been really exciting just getting, to speak with everyone this week at the show, telling them a little bit about it, but most importantly, what it can do for their operations above and beyond what our products currently do for them.
So this is AI tech. But it's in a sense, it's not new. Like you say, you've been developing this for 2 decades. You said, I think.
Yeah.
So why now? What is AI is very buzzy. It's
buzzy. Yeah.
I mean, everyone wants to talk about it. But so why do you believe now is the time to almost go public with AI?
Yeah, there's a lot of buzzwords floating around. Of course, predictive maintenance being one of them. You have the chatbots. You have generative AI. That's really positions itself in the market, and you see a lot more in day-to-day life, just everywhere.
Yeah.
How can we leverage that to take it to the next level? Machine learning, natural language processing has been utilized in our diagnostics portfolio for, like I said, over 2 decades. But now we're getting to the point where our customers want to be able to talk to the product and have the product talk to them as well.
Okay.
And so that's what Veryon Air is really doing. It's allowing you to speak to the platform and have the platform speak to you. So it's not replacing anybody.
No, okay.
But it's
always the obvious question.
Yeah.
What happens to the people? But
people are still there.
Yeah.
But they're able to do their jobs more efficiently. With the amount of tech that's hitting the marketplace now, it's overwhelming. Yeah, especially with the technician gap, the experience gap that we've seen post-COVID.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that need to get ramped up very quickly. So going in and learning all these new systems makes it a challenge.
Yeah. So that's actually one of the answers as to why now, specifically for aviation, is the difficulty of having the right volume and quality of people in your business.
Yeah.
Not that people don't want to work in aviation. It's just you're competing with so many other sectors for the same skills, and it's a challenge. And we know there's an aging workforce out there. So this is about enhancing each individual. And if you are coming into the industry, you're not going to suddenly get experience. That just takes time.
Yeah.
You can't make experience. You can't buy experience, can you? So the idea is that AI is like your co-pilot on your shoulder, helping you to know more than you can know at your stage in the career. That's the idea, yeah?
Yeah, it's about knowing what to ask it at this point. It's not knowing the system inside and out and being, an expert at some of these new products that the airlines and operators and MROs and the industry is adopting, but also being able to ask the right questions, knowing how to speak to it, knowing how to interpret what I do next, but being able to do a lot quicker.
Yeah. Always the other big concern about AI is when it gets it wrong and what they call hallucinations, and that's going to happen. We know that as the tech develops. I guess that's where the human comes in. The human can spot when it's got it wrong. Yeah. And that's really key, because we work in an industry where getting it wrong is simply not tolerable, is it? So
it's I think it's a big concern though. This industry focuses very heavily on regulations and safety. Safety is our top priority. So there's always going to be a human in the loop. That human will never be replaced. But if that human can do their job 10, 20, 30 times faster and more accurately, then I think we're in for some small wins there.
Yeah.
but we don't want to rely on it completely. We just want to be able to get from point A to point B much more efficiently.
Yeah. I mean, clearly you can see one of the best applications of AI is that ability to ingest data sets that are just impossible for a single human being to even understand or look at over a period of time. You know, take that in and spit out some conclusions for that. And we see the application of that, particularly you mentioned predictive maintenance, that's got to be a great potential use for AI.
Yeah, you know, we see, well, you can see on the back, 80 million plus maintenance events that we've processed over the duration of multiple years.
Yeah.
So taking these large data sets that bog down these computers to be able to process them in a matter of seconds and get reliable data back is a time saver. And every minute saved in aviation is saving you money in some place.
Yeah.
So it, you know, the advantages speak for themselves. The processing speed, the accuracy that we're doing it in, and then the data that we're getting back out is already formatted in a clear, you know, format that anybody can look at and interpret. They don't have to be an expert.
Yeah.
And that's where we're kind of taking the product, is for anybody to be able to adopt this very quickly and to use it very efficiently without a long adoption period or ramp up time where they need to be trained and you know, experts on the software itself.
For you, what's the key facet of real AI? You can put a lot of historic data in and make conclusions. I'm not sure that's real AI. It's always being done. That's not particularly innovative. What is innovative about AI is that you can look at the past and understand that the past doesn't necessarily predict the future, but it's a good guide.
Yeah.
But it can still actually understand that things can't happen in the future that you can't necessarily predict by looking backwards. Is that a fair kind of assumption of where things are going to go?
You know, like I said, AI has been around for years. We've probably used it unknowingly in multiple situations across, you know, just our normal household items and our day-to-day products. But what it's doing differently now is not only is it processing faster, you're able to actually speak to it and get to those data points a lot quicker. So whereas, you know, the information is processed, now you have the information. What do I do with it? And that's where air comes in.
Yeah.
You ask it what to do with it, or it's going to already tell you what to do with that information. So when you come in each day, you know exactly where to go. You don't have to go in looking. You don't have to spend time searching and clicking around and trying to navigate and find and link everything together. You just ask it.
Yeah.
And it'll guide you.
It'll do it. So like you say, it's pretty new, launched just this week, I think. So this is the first time, or one of the first shows that people have seen it. You've been able to talk to people about it, show people what it does.
Officially talk to people about it.
Yeah. What's been the initial reaction?
It's excitement, but you know, there's still always that, you know, hesitation of, is it perfect? And you know, that's where we're trying to get to. But I think as we start to show like our fix effectiveness tool, which is processing thousands and thousands of historical records a day in maintenance actions, they're seeing the benefits in real time, you know, where there was usually a delay here and there, even with machine learning and NLP. You're seeing this in real time. You're seeing it look across, you know, thousands of data sources and pinpoint and put together these really complex troubleshooting capabilities.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're excited about it. And the more we speak to it about customers, I think the light bulb starts to go off and they say, you know, the creativity comes out and they can really see where they can take this, but not only where they can take it, but what it can really do to their operation.
So like you said, you've been doing this for a long time, so you'll have in-house expertise in the technology, in AI, in the data analytics. But as an industry, it's changing a lot of the roles. They've got to bring in this expertise.
Yeah.
So is that where a third party that has already got it in their business can potentially be a useful partner, especially as the industry transitions in this way, when they can't necessarily ramp this up so quickly. They look to partners to help them to do that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, every company is going to have their strengths and weaknesses. So we look to partner where we can and where it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that we offer out of the box, and there's other things that we don't. But working together with other industry experts to get from A to B quicker with this technology, using their case studies, comparing them against our case studies, just to get tangible results that are effective and efficient.
Yeah.
I think that's where we need to collaborate as an industry and come together and say, what's the best way forward? How do we get the safest, reliable results using this new technology?
Yeah. I guess this isn't the end for air. Air will develop. It's launched, but these things never stand still. So what's in the roadmap for Veryon in the future? You probably can't tell me the trade secrets. But
Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to say too much, but we have everything planned out through 2027.
Mhm.
Next, in the next couple months, we're going to unleash the chatbots and chat agents into our diagnostics portfolio. It started out in our publications already, where customers are using it to talk to the tech pubs and our tracking software.
Yeah.
Next is going to be our diagnostic suite, where they're going to have the chatbot and agents where you can talk to the fleet, and you can have the fleet speaking back to you.
So you say agents. This is the agentic.
This is the
feature.
agentic.
So these are not real people. They are digital agents, with an intelligence that it's like talking to a human being, and
imagine
deal with them.
Imagine coming into work every day and knowing exactly what you need to do next. Not having to sit there and comb and look and second guess, but based on what the chat agent is programmed to do. It's going to tell you where to look. It's going to tell you what to focus on, what's a priority and what's not. And this way you're using maximizing that time that you would normally come into work, do your day-to-day, grab your coffee, comb through records, look at the data. Now you know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the big benefits is, okay, once I save time in this area, now where can I apply that in other aspects of the business to really, continue optimizing our workload.
I think if there's one theme to come out of the show this week, you've probably heard it a million times, is how the industry can be more efficient in what it does. And this is obviously exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Everything is pushing the industry to just be more efficient, waste less time, get to the solution more quickly. I think that's a general, and anyone who can bring that to the business is going to be of interest to the airlines, especially because they're under so much pressure on it at the moment to optimize everything they do. Yeah. Is that's here forever, isn't it? Really, I know it's part of a cycle that we're in, but I kind of feel like it's always going to be here now.
AI.
Why wouldn't it be?
I mean, it's here to stay. We're seeing it more and more just in our day-to-day lives. I have my parents who are in their 70s using ChatGPT on a regular basis now, so we're going to see it more and more. It's here to stay. It's not going away. This is the next industrial revolution that we're in. It's a really exciting time to be alive. It's bigger than the internet phase. It's bigger than the machine phase. It's here, and it's going to progress very quickly. So I think that's one thing that concerns a lot of people is is it moving too fast? How do we move efficiently enough to see results, but also maintain safety, regulations, reliability within these, operators and companies that are using it on a regular basis. So
interesting you mentioned your 70-year-old parents, because that is actually interesting in the sense that this technology is going to be so intuitive to use that adoption is simple, is easy, and adoption will then be assured because people won't even have to think about it almost. You will talk to machines and interact with them as you do as a human being, not have to learn how to do it.
As easy as you and I are having this conversation.
Well, I was going to say, in the future, we won't be having this conversation. It'll be a version of a digital version of you.
Digital version
of me.
Yeah.
And we'll be at home. I don't know. I hope not.
Not.
That'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. I don't think I want it to ever get there, but I think the possibilities are there.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, and I think when we approach this technology, that's how we have to think about it. Look at it as a personal assistant. I mean, that it's there to help. Speak to it as if you had, an unlimited amount of questions, and it had an unlimited amount of resources to rely on. And I think that's where we have to kind of shift the focus, where it's not coming to take everyone's jobs. It's not coming to replace anybody. There's always going to be the importance of a human in the loop. But with this technology, it's just going to get us from A to B way quicker than we've ever, anticipated.
Look, Robert, thanks for that. You've given us a glimpse into the future
Yeah.
as we end the show this year. So thanks for inviting onto the stand to have
Absolutely.
a chat today, and good luck with the future, and safe journey home.
Great seeing you, Lee.
No problems. Thanks.